Hello everyone. It's Sunday, and that means we're streaming. And happy December to everyone. I'm Money Black Mage. We are getting ready to play one of my favorite games. Not necessarily Rare Replay, but Jet Force Gemini, released in 1999 on the Nintendo 64. I think it's funny how in the opening segment they start to reference Jet Force Gemini and then cut it off. And I kind of want to ask... That's weird. I kind of want to ask, why was Jet Force Gemini cut off in the song? Like, what was the intent there? Was it to tease high requests for it? Was it to tease it getting cut off so soon? Was it to tease the troubled development history? Growing up, there are so many... Like, it's funny. Banjo-Kazooie, Jet Force Gemini, Perfect Dark. 3 of my favorite N64 games. N64 probably arguably being one of my favorite systems. And one thing I can definitely say for sure is there are a few games that when you ask me, hey, what's your favorite games of all time? I don't really have a favorite game of all time, but if you ask me what genres I like, I can usually point out a few of my favorite games within that genre. So for example, like favorite RPGs, I will easily say, okay, well, one of my favorite RPGs that immediately bubbles to the top of my head is Final Fantasy VI. Easy. Favorite beat-em-ups, God Hand, not even a doubt in my mind. Favorite horror games, a couple different candidates, but I'd probably have to lean on Resident Evil 4. Like favorite Zelda game, Ocarina of Time / Majora's Mask, love them. And if you ask me third-person shooter, it's debatable depending on my mood, but one of the top ones that I will always mention is Jet Force Gemini. And of course, this is favorites. It's not the best game out there, but it is a damn good game. It's not like, oh, this is my favorite game, but it's actually not popular. No, this is a great game. A lot of people know this game. It's not one of the games that people will immediately clamor and be like, oh, Jet Force Gemini. It's not like, it doesn't get that Halo response. But to me, I love and adore this game so much. And what I'm going to try to do, what I'm going to attempt to do, is try to add context, rationale, reason. Really kind of analyze why I love this game so much. Because there really is a lot. It's a melting pot of a lot of things I love about my tastes in games in general, and this sings to so many of them, and it does it so well. When when Rare Replay first came out, and they announced the 30 games that were going to be part of their Hall of Fame that was going to be part of it, the one thing I said is, I will literally buy this day one for just one game, and that is Jet Force Gemini. And so when this game never got an HD remake. This game never got HD re-released. Breaks my heart. You know, Rare got bought over. A lot of their IP histories went elsewhere. Not so many of their old classic IPs ever got redeveloped or retouched, except through this collection. And so when this game got redone, I immediately scrambled to get this. I can start off immediately by saying, hey, I love a solid soundtrack. And music is subjective, but I'll tell you something right now. I love this music in this game. I think it's funny how it brings to you... It's presented in widescreen. I love how it presents the 4x3. Hey Ragnarok, how are you today? This game, visually, not exactly holding up. This game I would say, does not win in anybody's particular graphics category. That's not what this is. This shows its age. But I'll tell you right now, the gameplay of this, the soundtrack of it, the presentation of it, love it. Holds up so well. What if I can fit Oni Black Mage on here? Probably can't. Oh, there we go. Success. Watch this cutscene very carefully. And we're going to talk about what we're seeing very soon. Here we see the characters in their natural state doing normal things. They're just doing normal things, mundane stuff. And when you think about it, how many times do you jump into a game where the characters are just doing something amazing, or they're always just a game character, they're not just normal people? They're just patrolling. Something goes wrong. Drops his coffee. They rush to the panel. This is how the story is immediately presented. You got this planet. Bear people are being assaulted by insects with guns. People are dying. You see the stakes immediately. This immediately does what so many games still fail to do, and that is show instead of tell. This is also good foreshadowing here. This type of ship right here, a spawn ship. Because we don't have somebody or a text thing or anything telling us, hey, this is the bad guy, these are the bad things that they do, they suck, blah. They just show you straight up, you know, murdering people. Immediately we establish that the characters, you know, their values through their actions. You got Juno over here who's, like, obviously willing to hold the line, make sure that his sister and his dog get away. You know, willing to hold the line. And they immediately escape. There's a, you know, no-win situation, no problem. I think it's hilarious that their robot dog has his own ship. Oh, how his helmet changed to, like, an older one. So, a couple things that I liked in that initial cinematic. Like I said, this is going to be a bit more of a different playthrough. I'm going to be talking about what we just saw and what we're just not looking at. Pretty much what we see right now is we see a character, immediately the stakes are set. We see that there are ruthless bug aliens killing people. We are threatened by this. As the player, we empathize immediately with the situation, but we immediately have to look after ourselves. We're separated from our siblings. We have no weapons. We're being forced into a strange planet that's already in duress. None of this has to do with us directly, but it is still our duty. Initially, it's our duty, you know, Space Rangers, kind of doing that sort of stuff. Again, very narrative-driven sci-fi plot. What's interesting to me about this is that in the first 5 minutes, you already have the context you need for why you're doing what you're doing. It jumps you straight in the action, but it doesn't just jump you straight in the action by virtue of a tutorial level to try to explain things. It jumps you into a level where, hey, you are starting off for a reason with very little resources, no backup, and you don't know where the rest of your guys are. That's it. Stakes are set. For me, I love that sort of stuff. I find that so fascinating. One of the things I find so great about this menu screen is that you see so much setup. You see your character walking on this treadmill, and you kind of wonder when you're setting up a game, okay, well, am I just playing as the guy? You see those two other treadmills, so you as a player know you're going to be playing as the two other characters you saw. Win And what makes them different, you know, you can only wonder. It leaves it to the imagination. It gives you that preview, that anticipation. I like that. Another thing that I love is that, yeah, you bring up Ragnarok, I forgot. It sets up that this game does not give a crap about not showing you people blowing up, getting beheaded, splattering everywhere. It's quite violent. One of my personal tastes in gaming is a tasteful mix of violence and humor with my action. I don't think a game should always take itself seriously all the time. It doesn't always need to be all grimdark. Dark stuff needs to happen, but what makes that so dark is that it's offset by the levity of something normal or funny happening. And when something's funny happening, it's funny because, for me at least, the type of humor I enjoy is the kind where it's not immediately explained to you. Like, there's something unusual or different happening, and it's humorous because it juxtapositions what the situation is. Like, what something says, or a reply of somebody. You don't need a comic relief character. You don't need a comic relief situation. You don't need slapstick. No one needs to slip on a banana peel for there to be levity. But there is. In how people talk, and they talk organically. Or rather, you're a silent protagonist, but people will talk to you. And I like how your character is establishing through their choices and actions what the type of character they are. And not to mention, I also like this menu music. There's so many tracks in this game that I just love. There's so few soundtracks for games where I like essentially almost every single track in the game. And this is one such game. If for no other reason, I love the soundtrack for this game. Anyway, you see the character, Juno. That's the constellation for it. At first I was like, is that a face? Is that a bug? What the heck am I looking at? Quick zoom in on the character. I like the miscellaneous nonsense, like where it shows out like the endo, you know, x-ray thing over there, which obviously isn't, you know, anatomically correct, but who cares? I like the zoom in on the character because it's slightly mundane. The payoff is later. The setup is here, but the payoff is later. When you start growing as a character. Growth is another thing I love to see in games. It's what I love and respect in so many RPGs, is growth. And seeing that growth reflected in characters that start off small but grow big through their skill or grow big through equipment, looking cool at the offset and then looking cool at the end, to me is a great balance. I love it when you can do cool stuff and look cool while doing it. You know, it doesn't have to be like a massive power fantasy, but it does help to like be aesthetically pleasing as well as just satisfying. Anyway, let's get started. This game does a lot of cool stuff with sci-fi elements that I love. You're like, hey, do you get cool futuristic weapons? Absolutely. Do you fight crazy bosses? Absolutely. Do you visit strange planets? Absolutely. Do you get a jetpack? Absolutely. Do you get a robot buddy? Absolutely. It's like, oh, it does so many things I love in a sci-fi context. It's just, I have a wish list. This sequence over here, I will also point out some of the flaws, is that this landing sequence is clearly to buy time to load the game back during the old N64 era back in 1999. It's just buying time so the rest of the level loads. And that's fine. What's cool is that you can eventually skip this. So you start off with no context immediately. Oh, sorry, I forgot you don't control the camera in this game. You know, you're given a small area to kind of explore. You can walk around. You see your HUD. HUD's bigger than I remember it being, but then again, this was back in the day. You know, you see what your pickups are. Single unit Gemini, you're not exactly sure what that is. Alright, so this is a cool thing I like. NPC walks up. This is about as much exposition. So you already have context. Okay, so your allies came in already. So we already have the name of our bad guys, Mizar. Mizar's raiding this planet. Why? Whatever. We don't know that yet. Things that I love: environmental consequences, results, things such as I love breakable environments. This game doesn't really offer that. Well, in some cases, but not really. See? Targeting like an NPC, he immediately like cowers. He's like, oh, don't shoot me. You get a reticle, you could shoot him, but he doesn't like it. I like that. The NPCs react to what you are doing as a character. It's not in-depth, it's not robust, but that's a lot more attention than some other games will do. Honestly, walking in the slurp, I wish this game, if it was redone, they kind of would do an over-the-shoulder mode. That would be so good. Because you don't control the camera in these ye old games. So, you get very little to no introduction right off the bat. You're given a wide open area. This open area is very barren, not too much to see or do. But you can see a lot of context. You get the feeling, hey, I'm going to come back and do something here. You know, your character can jump. I forgot you can crawl in this game. I don't think I've ever crawled once in this game. You know, you see something, oh, this looks like a door, this looks like a key. You know, nothing's happening when I get near it. So, can't shoot it. Hey, look, when I shoot something, my ammo reloads. I have reloading, but I also have ammo. So you kind of pick that up. Just by playing around, you kind of get an idea of what's going on. Clearly you see the one building that you can go to. When you go there, you see, hey, what's that? Hey, it's that guy again. Charge gauge, see? There we go. Life Force doors, they explain what it is. Hey, in order to get past the Life Force door, kill everything. This is about as much tutorials as you're gonna get. That's literally it. Here's how you aim, here's how you shoot, this is how you open this door. Alright, get going. And that's basically it. So I love the polish when you kill an enemy. Smoke, fire, splatter. It gives you such a visual feedback. The guns also sound great. It has an oomph to it, a punch. One of the first things I love is in this first area, like, oh, is there a secret behind the waterfall? Well, not really. Or is there? Okay, not there. I always get lost. There it is. Secret areas. And you're like, whoa, where was this? Just by exploring, you see an optional area. You're like, that looks like a chest. That's clearly a chest. What could it be in the secret area? It's got to be something good, right? I forgot how you open a chest. There you go. Cool opening animation. You get fish food. Alright. It's odd. It's not what you expect. And already it sets the tone of, oh, so you think this is going to be like a, oh, we got to kill everybody, murder everything, super hyper violent. Okay, well, we're giving you fish food. You're like, what the heck? Guess what you do with it. The game is already sassing you. And hey, now that you have something else, you can realize, oh, this is how I switch weapons. Okay, got it. So this is what I do. Fish food. Okay, well, I have fish food now. And you're like, whoa, whoa, let me feed the fish. What is that thing down there? What is that thing? And so you start learning more about this world immediately. And look, you can actually feed the fish. It's not just decorative. The fish actually go and eat the thing. You're like, oh, can I jump in the water? Well, I can swim, but I can't swim down. There must be some way to swim down there. Okay. So you're already figuring out the rules of this world. Just by taking a quick look-see around just in this opening area. It's a very natural way of seeing things. You're like, what the heck are these coins? I'm collecting them. There's no currency. And you're like, what are these? Oh, these look so cool, but they're grayed out. What can I get? What is this? I've got to come back or something. Or how do I get this? This single thing shows that there are secrets. that there's areas to return to, that there's a world that will, slightly, moderately reply to what you're doing. You look over here, like, what the heck is that? You know? An ammo crate for fish food. First of all, it's hilarious that there's an ammo crate for fish food. But yeah, you're like, that's what ammo crates look like. Okay, so now I get it. I just walk into it, and that's a thing. You're like, okay, remember this area? So this single area lets you kind of mess around in a safe spot while learning the fundamentals of the game. When you talk about organic tutorials, this game does a fantastic job of it. And what it does is it does it in not an obvious way. It doesn't force you to take that tutorial. It doesn't force you to experiment. Now, at the same time, this game never holds your hand as well. I think Pac-Man is a game that actually has more potential than Zelda. Not because Zelda wouldn't be well done in other environments, but because the popularity of Zelda also means it comes with the weight and responsibility of polish, expectations, fan biases, and that restricts your creativity. As opposed to Pac-Man, where most people don't have high expectations for, and therefore you have a significantly higher budget with your creativity. You're like, can I explore around here? This is so cool. Okay, well, that's all cool. Okay, let's get started. Also, I love it when doors open and close. I love it when you see tarps, blankets, curtains, banners flutter. Even though I know this is baked on, and it's always going to flutter, there's not really a wind effect going on, I still like seeing it. That sort of polish adds something. It's like good lighting. See how the lights are slightly fluctuating? They didn't have to do that. But it shows that there's light coming from somewhere else. There's a hearthy area. All these small details add up. Alright, so immediately, without even entering this room, you can see a lot of things. All of a sudden, my HUD has what looks to be a health bar on it. Okay, and it fades if I don't do anything. Well, hey, that thing that's on my health bar, there's another one of those things right over there. What the heck? That guy's clearly friendly, but he also looks different than the other bear guy. He's also wearing the skull of his enemy on him, which is badass. So we already established guy's a badass. Simple hut, but this is already establishing hey, this is what your health looks like. This is what your health, upgrade most look like. This is people to talk to, and it's already immediately drawn to your attention. I don't need somebody to stop and tell me. This game doesn't treat you like an idiot, but this game also properly gives you the tools you need to succeed right off the bat and explains what those tools are. And I like that. It doesn't underestimate your intelligence, and it doesn't overestimate your knowledge. I really like that. That's a tough thing to do. This is King Jeff. He already establishes himself in the third person. King Jeff. And you know what? I'm okay with that. It's an easy to remember name. Jeff. One of my best friends' his name is Jeff. Easy to remember. Jeff Force Gemini. Hey, they say the title. Well, now we know exactly what this is. You're here on a job. It's not exactly personal. Stiff upper lip. That's, if you didn't tell, this is British people made this. Brother's been missing. I know, rare also is like, if they don't add googly eyes to something, it's not a rare game. This was Rare's heyday, man. I tell you what. Banjo-Kazooie, this, Diddy Kong Racing, Perfect Dark. Like, my favorite kart racer of all time is Diddy Kong Racing. One of my favorite first-person shooters of all time is Perfect Dark. One of my favorite third-person shooters is Jeff Force Gemini. Do I love all the Rare games? Absolutely not. But many of my favorite games happen to be Rare games. Classic Rare. And it's like, hey, you have the option of, like, show me the invasion or goodbye for now. Cool. Let's watch a cutscene. Again, foreshadowing. Love the ship design. Kind of reminds me of Battlestar Galactica. Again, intimidating music, cinematic camera angles, the low shot to show the intimidating, opposing side. You see enemy types already marching in. You have a march that goes along with this. The slow pan and reveal of the legions that you're basically up against. Yes, Majora's Mask also had a very quick tutorial. Hey, here's your tools, here's how you get started, go. We're sending drones out, this is the attack force, this is how it happens. This game is also not afraid to establish a body count. Not afraid. And you see the stakes. It does. This game shows it doesn't tell. Yeah, I know. In the first 20 minutes, you have to grind rupees. You got to get those 40 rupees if you want to buy that wooden shield. Start looking. It's like, God darn it. And that's it. Back in the action. All right, cool. And that's it. This game holds your hand, but also is not afraid to let you fail. And you can fail very easily. Where this game does not succeed. Early 3D platforming. Yeah, early 3D platforming. Not all games can be Mario. Hey, I just increased my health bar. That's cool. Incidentally, ledge grabbing. Let me tell you something. I cannot tell you the amount of times I am so frustrated when a game that's made after 1995 does not have ledge grabbing. Come on, guys. Ka-chunk. Look at this menu screen. Rotating character model. I love when you can see your character. Simple UI. Very simple. This game was made after Banjo-Kazooie. This game was made in 1999, and if I'm not mistaken, Banjo-Kazooie is 1998. I think. And look at that. This is one thing I like. Smart thing. Why are you going to visit the menu system? Do you really want to check every little thing, or do you want to just save your game? Oh, if you just want to save your game, there's one button. I already saved you. Smart engineering. If I know I'm going to constantly be using a function, don't make it an option, make it a constant. That is smart engineering. Bam. Save game. Done. This game doesn't feature good platforming, but this game also isn't a platformer. There are not too many times when you actually have to platform in this game, thank God. So that wasn't the focus. The focus was on the gunplay. And the gunplay is responsive. This is your tutorial. By the way, is the balance coming out alright for me? Am I too loud? Is the game too loud? a bit quiet. Alright, I'm boosting it. Let me know if that sounds better. And just right off the bat, you can tell this is a stage-based game. You have strafing. Running around. Threat detection. These enemies are not afraid to flank you. I love that. Right off the bat, you realize that these are not going to stand around and take pot shots at you. This game is not going to... Oh, I forgot how sensitive the sticks are in this game. Death animations. You can shoot off their heads. You can collect the ammo from their guns. I love that. Flies linger after they're dead, just for a little bit. Let me know again if it's too quiet, if the game is. I love how immediately the game establishes, like I said, we're going to be pausing and talking about what we saw a little bit, because this is a bit of a book club format for this. I'm playing this playthrough not as a simple playthrough. By the way, Ragnarok, are you on the Discord by chance? Or just happen to stop by? But yes, this game, look, instant save. Hey, I can save my stuff. And one thing I love is that, hey, I'm checking out tribals. I'm checking out, character. Oh, this is one thing I love right here in weapons. I love this. I love it when games do this. You can zoom in and see the guns and show detailing of, like, them moving or animating. I love that. I love that. It shows in-game stats, stat tracking. Good lord. Thank you. One thing I love in collectible things. An actual collectible tracker. I cannot tell you how many times there are collectible themed games and they don't have a collectible tracker. So if you would need to collect something or everything of something, if you need to collect X many of Y object and the game doesn't tell you how many of X objects you have, it's so frustrating. Oh, hey, how's it going? You know, you change your name so often. I lose track of who you are. How are you? Vagrant Story is a good game. I gotta say, you go through games at an amazing rate. Hey, I'm surviving Black Friday week. Look at that. Sniper immediately zooms past you. Bouncing. You collect your first tribal. It's safe. But then you show, hey, it looks like you can get these things killed. And you can. These things can die horrible deaths. And I love that that's possible. There's risk. This is a dangerous area. I shot a grenade out of a guy's hand, and it killed the ensuing guys. I love that. Oops, that's right. Rescue this guy. Enemies can stagger and bleed out, or you can shoot their heads off and finish them. I love the sound design. You have those ricochet, the zoing, like a bullet narrowly missing you. I love that. The sound design, so good. Also, when you take damage, it's nice to see that not everything's so crazy. Hey, a door opened, but it wasn't that door. It was a door next to it. So it shows you there's optional pathing in this game. This is not just a straight up linear shoot fest. It's not a gallery shooter. I can't open these doors just yet. How do I open them? Because that door can open, but how do these little huts open? We actually aren't able to get back there in just, you know, a long while. I love this music. See? Cheeky. Enemy already throws grenade right as soon as you enter. It's like, oh, you thought I was gonna play nice? The heck do you think this is? And you see how your health bar decreases. You have a health bar, but then you have 4 segments of that health bar representing your total health. Your pistol also gets work done. One thing I hate, and look, I'm already being flanked. I love that. Well, I don't love it, but it's cool to see that can happen. Also, it shows you don't have much time to pick up these collectibles. Health and enemy heads disappear very quickly. So you gotta be fast. There's risk and reward. And you may wonder, why is there a stat for tracking the enemy heads? And that becomes apparent later. There's a little gem up here. You can't reach it. You can't climb it. But you realize just by messing with it, hey, I can shoot gems. I can make them go places. And look, this is a tougher version of the enemy we fought before. Enemies have different death animations. So good. You hear the beeping. You're like, beeping can't be good. So you're taking things careful. Long, winding corner. And immediately, first thing you see, yeah, this is bad. Safe distance, maybe? And this thing not only explodes, but it sends shrapnel far. So you learn, or I already knew, but you would learn the hard way at least once. Crap, these grenades, these mines, are no joke. You need to clear the blast zone. And hey, look, like I said before, I like environmental destruction. This game doesn't have a lot of environmental destruction, but it has some. The fact that it has some means there's some thought. I also love when you target the reticle, a little bloom box comes up. I love that. So good. You're like, huh, this just leaps back here. Interesting. Let's take the other way now. Alright, so you see there's enemies over here? Immediately we need to rescue these guys before they are killed. Because there's live fire going around. And hey, check it out. I've rescued all the guys in this level. Easy, right? I keep forgetting this is not a modern shooter. And so, this was back in the N64 where there was only one stick. So you don't get to have a separate stick for camera and aiming. You had to do it all on one stick. Which ironically is still the best way of doing this. You're like, oh, yellow key. Huh. The entrance to this area had a yellow lock. I remember that lock I couldn't unlock before. What was that? It's probably the yellow key. I can now go back to that very first area if I want to, and unlock that yellow door. Hey, what a concept. it's kind of interesting for you to say, hey, recap the most storyless game. So, if you haven't noticed, sometimes if I have to recap a story, and there isn't much for story, then I will also recap the playthrough, because that's what I did for Castlevania. Castlevania, in many cases, like Force Gemini, doesn't boast a very large story, but you will realize much of it through gameplay. And so you realize a couple things when you're in this area. Oh, hey, another life thing. Cool. It's been a while since I played this, but let's see how much I can remember. So you see one of those down there, which is clearly like a zoning area, and you're like, why is there an area to get down there, but I can't swim underneath the water yet? How do I get there? So you start realizing, I can't beat everything here, can I? No, you cannot. Love this music. Oops. And the beats sound so good. Like, you know, Rare has always had excellent composers on his side, between, like, you know, David White, Grant Kirkhope. But this is no exception. You're also like, huh, this is Red. Red doesn't seem to be good. Okay, well, let me see what else am I missing. I love post-area stats. I love that stuff. If I'm gonna play a shooter, one of my favorite things in GoldenEye 007 back in the day, and on the N64, was when you play deathmatch with your friends or anything like that, you always got little accolades or awards like use the pistol the most, or, you know, things like that, or most headshots, or stole the most ammo, or had the most armor on, you know, constantly set the most traps, things like that. I love those little game stats and little accolades after every match. To me, that was a bonus. I love that sort of stuff. And now we're immediately introduced to the next stage. It seems like a similar setup to the other one. But hey, you have these barrels over here. These probably seem bad since they have a little, what suggestively is a skull there. Let me shoot it a little bit. Alright. Explosive barrel. Good to know. Not necessarily marked red like most traditional games would do. But it sets you up immediately. But hey, there's a red barrel. What's going on with that? Alright, same thing. I love how the ground rumbles. I love how the ground rumbles when it designates. So this one, green barrel, red barrel, then a green and a red barrel. It's like that World 1-1 design in Mario, where it shows you gap, safe gap, dangerous gap. Or in Donkey Kong Country, where it shows you do the gimmick of the level once, then do it again with more danger, then do it again with danger but faster. And that's how it's so simple, but that rhythmic, poetic way, look, blue barrels, that rhythmic, poetic way of keeping the theming of a level strong. Also, when you have giant stairs, it makes you wonder, what is so big that it requires such huge stairs? Oh, I forgot you get to this area so early. You start to realize, whoa, there's a path over here, there's a path that goes over there, there's a path that goes over here. What? Multiple paths? New area, new ammo types, what? This game escalates quickly. Okay, well, let's try shooting this. I can't shoot this fast enough. That's so weird. The more I shoot it, the more it's light up, but I can't shoot it fast enough, so I can't go through there. You're like, okay, well, this is clearly a red door. Gotcha. I think it even says needs red key. Yeah, red key acquired. Alright, so the game tells you that. You know? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to be visiting some new areas pretty soon. The different types of door locks are not all the same. Oh yeah, like the way the legs flop is funny. Like I love the way it kicks up so high. It's very he has very noodly legs. They all have very noodly legs. The standing animation, the way look, I love the way stop, slow, walk, and then stop. I like the suggested momentum. You don't just stop on a dime. There is momentum that is suggested. Just like when you push forward, you don't just immediately run. You see him start to lean in and walk and then run. That's something that I liked from, like, say, Super Mario 3. You know, that they did back in, like, Mario 3D World as well. Or actually, all the Marios. But yeah, you have momentum, a sense of momentum when you move. I like how I was like, can I just have the red key? Thanks. And again, I love the snark. It's okay to... It shows you that this game isn't taking itself seriously all the time. Hey, you now have the red key. Well, now you can obviously open red doors. Good job. The little bit of snark, just a little seasoning of it. I like it. It doesn't flatly tell you the red key can be used for the red door. The game's like, I know you probably know this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm a game. I love that. You can see this super big dude is immediately blowing apart your stuff. You have to be smart to take him out, otherwise it's going to be ugly and rough. I love how he struggles and dies when he loses his head, which you can also collect. New weapon acquisition. Love it. Showing what the enemy is capable of doing before they actually do it, to give the player a bit of forewarning, and therefore forearming, is refreshing. And now you go back to the door that you couldn't shoot before. You have a machine gun, high rapid rate of fire. And now you get a sense of how fast this thing chews through ammo. Which fortunately there's an ammo box right next to you. But now you have an idea of another type of box. Again, it teaches you so many things very quickly. Doesn't hold your hand. There are gates here. But there we go. Now you got a new weapon. Also, the scenery is subtly changing. Getting a little bit more drab. You're like, oh, this is green. Did I do everything? What did I do? Or is it maybe just a continuing point? There you go. And look, continues. I forgot this game has lives. I love the growl of the enemies. And then you jump up here, and then you grab... There you go. Machine gun capacity. Ah, so those are upgrades. So the thing I found the secret area before was an upgrade. There we go. We're getting into it. And it shows you that you have to be fast on this battlefield. You cannot simply stand still. This guy's juking me. And I like how, again, you can shoot off enemy limbs, you can shoot enemy heads off. It's refreshing. It's fast. It keeps you engaged. It's not turtling. Because as much as I love Gears of War, that game is all about turtling. And now you're reaching a part where you're like, crap, how do I get up there, you know? I think you can just juke this. There you go. And there's two types of jumps. There's fast jump, and then you see him crouch and then jump for a little bit of height. Granted, he's clearly jumping like, 15 feet in the air, but hey, he's got a spacesuit. Maybe he got space boots with that. Hey, it's that big guy again. Ouch, and his crap hurts a lot. Explosives all around you. Take advantage of cover, cheese it. He struggles, staggers, and then dies. So, the other characters, Vela plays like Juno, but she has different abilities. And Lupus plays a little bit different, but see, and this one sets you up for the sneak attack right away. I forgot this game has an auto aim too. You may be wondering, why am I collecting the heads of my enemies? I already know by virtue of playing this game, but if you didn't, there's a reward for collecting the heads of enemies. New enemy types, love that. You're like, there's too many and it's fast, I should switch to my machine gun. I love the fact that casings fly off the side. I love seeing the reticles move. You have to chase a mobile enemy. Explosives, smoke, gore. Not excessive gore, but enough to make you realize, hey, we're not just blowing up harmless robots here. There's some sort of bioorganic thing here. Which I like is represented here in Goldwood Forest. You have tree trunks, but these tree trunks and plants also have technology in them. It's a different sort of bioorganic thing. So you see right off the bat, what a massive chasm. You cannot cross this. Or can you? Clearly, something to come back to. Oops. You can tell that things get pretty heated pretty fast. And I'm out of ammo for my machine gun. And I'm already at half health, so you have to take things pretty simple. Nice and precise. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm unlocking a door I can't even get to? What the heck? I actually almost entirely died in that one. But hey, health is usually right around the corner. This game throws you in some rough spots, but it will never let you fail and be like, oh, well, just get good scrub. So I appreciate that. I feel like there's a skill wall. Oh, that's right. So I need to come in and react there, but that guy was going to come in and slowly slaughter all of the bears in this area if I didn't stop him. And again, it shows you stakes. It shows that this game is not going to be like, what, you think I'm going to let you just collect all these bears? Heck no. We're going to have ants specifically designed to murder them unless you kill it fast enough. So this thing immediately shows off, hey, you will get Swiss cheese and murdered unless you get, like, you know, this invincibility thing for a little bit of time. Also, sometimes you need to act fast. There we go. And they come after you fast, so I already knew that was happening, but the fact that it's willing to just so quickly murder you, this game will swiftly kill you. And then, of course, you have to get good and learn from that. Also, this is cheeky right here. Leaving a bear right at the very end. Because you're like, we're the last 3 bears! And it's like, it's right behind these crates that are deliberately outside your immediate point of view. Right at the very end of the level. So if you missed it, then too bad. You got to go through the entire level again just to get 3 bears. And that's another thing, is that it only records your high score. So if you missed 1 bear, you can't just go back and get that 1 bear. You need to go back and get all, well, in this case, 9 bears. There has been a lot of demand for Super Mario RPG, as a matter of fact. In fact, most recently, on my most recent poll, that was one of the poll options. It got 2nd place, so I won't be doing it, but I will be doing it soon. How funny to be talking more for this game than playing it. That was just the first stage. There's so many stages in this game. What got first place was Xenosaga Part 3. I guess there's still a demand to finish that trilogy. So I love what this game did in its opening sequence. If you paid attention, you saw there were 2 other landing ports on this same ship. So the first one was like, okay, lots of branching paths, I'm gonna have to come back, unlock areas. Cool. Now we're in an enclosed spaceship. But what I love is that there's a lot of verticality now. And you're like, wow, this place gets big, fast. Yes, it does. So while the first one showed off branching paths, this one shows off secrets and verticality. There are so many optional things in this game, too. Like this, for example. You can completely miss this. The plasma shotgun. I'm not a fan of that gun, but it highlights what I like, which is if you kind of explore, then tick-tock clock. Yeah, that one had a lot of verticality, but that stage was nothing but verticality. Oh, something I love, this game immediately introduces weapon mapping. So on the fly, I can just quickly jump to anything I need. So while you're exploring, you're like, what the heck is this? A gas fuel thing? What? And you're like, why the heck would I... What is this? And you realize there's a doorway up there. Huh, interesting. And then you're like, what the heck is this? Different entrances? Different exits? What? I believe there is fall damage in this game, so I'm going to safely descend down. More story. Look at that water reflection. Bam! But hey, now you realize the second character is now available. To be rescued, that is. This music is so good. It starts with the firefight immediately. Unfortunately, big bad guys are not worth more. So here's what's cool about this. Those guys were immediately next to explosive barrels. If I let that big guy fire, he would have hit those barrels and killed those two little bears right there. Also, remember that entrance we had earlier? That entrance leads up to there. So there's multiple ways to traverse the level. I love that. It's a much more interesting way to think about level design. Not just a straight gallery shooter. And look, different entrances and exits to the same room? What? I forgot I need to do that. The only Ratchet and Clank game I've ever played was the 2016 remake, which I enjoyed. It was fun. When I first played this game, this took me forever to realize that those were things you had to destroy. Because there's one by the first cell door, and then to go back and try to find them all in this game, or this level, rough. I like this because this area is kind of entirely optional. Not every area needs to feel like a firefight, but they can. But then you see it's a life lock door. Whoop, this guy. One thing I like, the fire from the hip is not garbage. So if you want to fire from the hip, it's actually not a terrible idea. And cutting through the middle would have been very dangerous for me. Alright, right up there is the other one. Shit. Wait, why is this... This thing has inverted controls. What? No, it's not inverted. Never mind, it's not. I was about to say, like, I do not like inverted controls. Screw that. That is a death pit. Again, very deviously hidden locks in this level. If I haven't already beaten this game probably like a dozen times, I would... Good lord, scratching my head. And again, multiple ways to traverse the level. We'll get back here in a minute. This part, I have died many times. This is where the platforming is not super great. Alright. Also, back in the day, trying to hit a moving target on a single joystick was not the best. So I wish this game kind of got... This game is very challenging. I'm making it look easy. This game is actually very challenging. So here's what I love. Some enemies, you can make them surrender and drop their weapons. I'm still gonna kill him, though. This game has so many smart ideas. I love it. And if you look very closely, that's a totem pole. It looks very similar to that totem pole at the bottom of the lake that we first saw in that secret area. So, let me tell you about Zelda 2. Zelda 2 is the very first Zelda game I ever played. Back in the day, my parents never bought me a Nintendo system. My dad won a Nintendo Entertainment System in a supermarket raffle. And it came with Zelda 2, Super Mario Bros. 2, Ice Hockey, and RC Pro-Am, which ironically is a rare game. And I didn't know that until this collection. Which also is notoriously difficult too. I never beat that game. And so that was my first experience. I played Super Mario 1 before. But, I never played Legend of Zelda, so Zelda 2 was my first Zelda game. And it's funny to play Zelda 2 and then later Zelda 1, because I liked Zelda 2. It was hard as hell. It's still hard as hell. But I feel respect it. Because that game is not impossible. That game is not poorly designed. That game is a very smart driven game and inspired so much of the rest of the series. It does not get enough credit for. That game established towns. That game established trading sequences. That game established leveling up. That game established, oops, sorry, hold on. I shouldn't be blabbing in the middle of a fight when I'm getting shot at. That game modernized sword techniques. Like, you know, that game did so much for the series that so many people do not give it its credit and due for. And that, it irritates me, but, you know, they just don't know any better. The first game had magic, so I'm not going to give Zelda 2 all the credit for it, but you're right, Zelda 2 absolutely, much more in depth, brought in spells, you know? Absolutely, 100%. So this little trek up here, you see the way through. Hey, here's a little conveyor belt going through, but you hear those mines, and you know for a fact those mines are no joke. And then you hear the growling of the enemies, so you know there's threats around. Ow. Still danger close. Sneak up on an enemy. I love it. This game lets you sneak up on an enemy. This game lets you do so much. And then when you look up, you're like, whoa, that's a health thing. How do I get up there? And here's one of my favorite things. You can break the glass. Games that let you break the glass. Oh, I love that. There's fewer things in environment destruction than, you know, a lot of people like exploding barrels. No, I like breaking glass. That's so satisfying, both visually, audio, you know, tangibly. It's, gosh, so satisfying. I love how it's like, oh, you think you're safe? Oh, cool. Well, I'm about to show up with a whole bunch of dudes. I could take them out faster with my machine gun, but I'm like, they're doing a loop. Like, Zelda 1 had, in my opinion, not very well done secrets. Because were the secrets incredibly cryptic? Yes. But there should be, to a secret, I think a good secret, a satisfying secret, there's a hint. There's a hint to figuring it out. That if you're observant, you will be rewarded. And Zelda 2 did that better. Huh, that rock seems a little bit different. Huh, that geological structure seems off. Or, huh, I have the ability to cut things down, but let me try chopping down. It's not like Zelda where it's like you have to bomb every rock, burn every bush, you know? Come on. Zelda 2 did secrets a lot smarter. See, I love this. Now we're outside the perimeter of the ship. Love it. Looks cool. And hey look, we're back in that first area where we crossed that death pit. One thing I love too is this game loads very far. Many games I'd have to get close to see that totem pole pop in, but I can see that totem pole right now. I love that. So good. Also, don't think for a second that you can't not mess this up and it will put you back on here. You fall from here, you just straight up die. So be careful. If you didn't already notice it from down there, you could have noticed it from over here. The little lock. Like, whoa, bonus feature unlock. You got bonuses in this game? What? That's amazing. I love that. I love bonuses. What is the bonus? Oh, I don't know. Just figure out the bonus menu. But hey, you got bonuses. There are secrets within secrets. So satisfying. I think it's where the shotgun is the best. I love how the light gets so... Oh, the swoop! It's a different type of shotgun. Also, the splatter. Satisfying. Because this isn't a Doom shotgun. You know, that Doom shotgun, like super shotgun, very satisfying. Classic shotgun. The plasma shotgun's not my favorite shotgun of all time, but it gets the job done. It's a charge weapon. And you're like, what the heck are these tokens for? Hey, what's this? You're like, cluster bombs, that's so good. Actually, not really. Cluster bombs are garbage in this game. But I like how it gives you weapons and not every... Well, I don't love how not every weapon's great, but it is cool. So, this is like the only time you ever have to crawl in this game. You never have to crawl in this game except for this one part here. It's so stupid. The crawling is so derpy. I love how you can, like, you know, twist and turn. That's cool. But you never have to... You never need it. It's kind of useless. Ninja Zombie Zero, how are you? And you're exactly right. The cluster bomb is just fancy. It is not useful. Like, best weapons in this game, yet you only never need to upgrade. Homing missile, machine gun, regular grenades for most of the game, because the game forces you to use regular grenades for a good bit, and I mean, let's see. That's kind of mostly it, to be honest with you. Try rocket launcher, of course, for bosses, but you know, you're not going to be whipping that out for all of your for your daily needs. I mostly use the shotgun or things like the sniper rifle just to save ammo on other weapons. I like the shuriken. The shuriken's so cool. It cuts through shields. It's so cool to watch it just home in and behead enemies, but you never actually need it. But this game has such creative weapons. I love that. They don't all need to be completely needed. It would be nice, but at the same time, letting you have the freedom to express how you want to enjoy combat and approach it is such a smart way. And another one of the things that I love in this game. I still have to get used to how this is not an independent twin stick. Love, satisfying. Oh, that's right, and there's that last, And once you're done, you can just ride everything all the way down. Easy peasy. Forgot this was up here. Like, yeah, my cluster bomb capacity increased. There are many times, like, the flamethrower, for example. The flamethrower is very powerful, so useless, and so few times you will ever actually need to use it. The flamethrower. But the game has it, and it's super cool. I love it. And I know I've said it before, but man, I love, love, love the soundtrack to this game. In this game, you know, if I didn't already deactivate those other cell things along the way, I would have been like, what the heck? All these cells I can't get into. You pop one of these, and you're like, oh, that's what I need to do. Wait, do I need to go back, get through this entire level, and find all of... Yes, you would. Yes, you would if you want to get 100% of this level, which you need to do. I hope there wasn't a bear in the Floyd room. I hope all of them are here. Here we go, got them all. And then you meet the next character. I love it. Faces didn't hold up super great, but hey, this was 1999. Again, I would love a proper HD remake of this game. I love this game so much. I just, And again, the foreshadowing earlier, there was a spawn ship that shot down your initial ship. So now we see another spawn ship. I love games with dogs. I like dogs in general. I love dogs in general. I love games with dogs that do something as a party member. So the fact that you get to play as a dog that kicks so much ass and also hovers because he has a jetpack in his legs is so cool. Also, another part of the foreshadowing of that cutscene just there, it showcased a little bit of one of the best music things in this game. Love it. Always save. This game promotes liberal saving. Love it. Yeah, sometimes there are secrets before and after your level. I also like how you can jump off here and die. I don't love that, but I think it's kind of cool that you can do that. You use the freedom for it. And this is what's cool. You now go back to the main menu, and now you realize, holy crap, I can play as 2 characters now. What makes the new one so different? Should I stick with Juno and continue my adventure? Or should I immediately, you know, cut off and go to Vela? I love how it lets you choose. Because now this is a choice of a game pacing where you get to decide the pathing with which you get to enjoy this adventure. Yeah, you're still going through the set amount of worlds the way you have to, but now you can interrupt one adventure versus another. Now, me personally, I enjoy going through each of the guys as far as they can. So I like to continue with one character, go to the end, finish and take another character, go to the end. But it's not like it's a separate... It almost feels like a separate mini campaign. That's kind of how it is. And then the twist on it is all the worlds you've been to as one character, when you reach a certain point of the story, it'll switch it on you, and now every character can visit every world that any other character has also seen. So it's just, it feels so complete. This game does so many things that I love. So let's stick with Juno. I'm not in the business of playing, much less recapping ROM hacks. Not that they haven't been good. There have been many good ROM hacks that people have recommended to me. But for now, I'm not at that stage yet. Also, watch the intro. I love how we're immediately getting into zombies. I do like fighting zombies. Fighting and killing zombies are one of my favorite things. This game has space zombies. Yes. And you're like, why the heck are those zombies on this planet? Also, weather. Weather's always cool. And I like how it wasn't just in a cutscene. They're actually part of here. They're throwing crap at you. I like how that guy's shimmying to get towards you. It's like shimmy, 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 shimmy. And these guys are tough, too. You don't even have to kill these guys, but you totally can. I used to think... Was it 2 or 3 shots? Yeah, I guess... So many other shots... Yeah. There's a sweet spot for killing these guys, and I can't remember what it is. Because shooting them in the head isn't exactly it. Also, you start realizing, wait, these zombos, they take quite a few hits. I like their slight expressions of pain. And you're like, what the heck? Why is it killing these guys? Why does it take so long? Come on. I guess it's only the shotgun that really blow things off. Whatever. Waste of ammo. Anyway, you start realizing these guys can be damage sponges unless you kill them with the right weapon. And you're like, whoa, okay. Enemies here are not as straightforward. Speaking of space zombies... You're like, the pistol does nothing! I think it's those guys that one shot or 2 shots with the shotgun. Two shots. And you start realizing the mood immediately. That this is not... Something wrong happened here. Like any good zombie setting, this... You know, we're not in Kansas anymore. This is not safe. But anyway, what I was saying about ROM hacks is... I typically haven't made the time. I'm not at that stage yet where I would recap something non-canon or not a fan-made project even. Not that they're, you know, bad. It's just that There's so many stories right now that have been officially published that before I can get to the ones that have been unofficially published, I want to do my due diligence. So that's 4, possibly 5 well-placed shots. Gotta collect the heads. I love how you can see their glowing eyes from the distance. I also like how there's a suggested path where, yes, I could just walk across this, you know, this path here above the water, or I could just muck it up and go through the mud. Any other December babies out there like me? In this one area, you start realizing, wow, the game's giving me liberal amounts of ammo. But then you start thinking, is it always going to be like this? The answer is no. It almost touches on survival horror, where you have to basically kind of conserve your ammo for the guns that matter. Which in this case is, appropriately enough, the shotgun. Getting close. Oh, that guy died in one hit. That's right. The entire point of this area was right at the very beginning. Just getting a life up. I mean, we're still murdering giant bugs. They're just giant zombie bugs now. And the thing is, that's great that you're asking that question, because that's exactly the question you should be asking. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was just fighting giant bugs from Mizar's Empire. How the heck did we get to... all of a sudden now we're fighting zombies? What the heck is going on? That jumping from normal expectations and going into escalating it into something deeper. Like, great, now you got zombie alien bugs to worry about. I love it. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, because this game hits so many things. Look at this. An abandoned town. It's not really a town, but well, yeah, it's kind of a town. But opening automatic doors. You see Jeff again, and he's like, hey, graveyards right here, mausoleums, and you see he's like, oh, what have I done? I have played all of the official Zelda games. For the spin-offs, I have played Zelda's Adventure. I think I played one of Gamelon. It's funny because I was very young. I was at a Sears, I think, or Montgomery Ward's, one of those department stores. And in the PC section, they had that game fully installed for people to play. Like, that was a game that they wanted to sell computers with. It's like, hey, look at this game. Play this amazing game console on this amazing computer screen. And that was it. Wand of Gamelon. I'm like, what is up with this game? And so I've sampled that game before. I've, of course, played and loved Hyrule Warriors. Link's Crossbow Training as well. But yeah, all the main games and those side ones. Also even Triforce Heroes, blech. I love this. He's like, let me cook you up something a little bit stronger. And you're like, hey, can I have the Tri-Rockets? Why, yes you can. Let me shimmy a little shake right there. Boom. And that's one of the best taglines for something called a Tri-Rocket launcher. Go make some noise. That's exactly right. Give me story exposition, please. Again, short, concise storytelling. Jeff wanted to stand up and do something. He's not this NPC who's like, oh, the Jeff Force Gemini will save everything. No, he's like, damn it, I'm the chief here and you're killing my people. And I have the power to stop you. But he just, you know, got in over his head. He started zombifying the people themselves. This was his actions, his mess, and he doesn't know how to fix it. He's like, hey, I created these horrible, horrible monsters. I killed my own, this last planet tribe of my own doing. This is literally a sum of my bad choices. Anyway, let's go load us up a tri-rocket launcher. Again, I love little animations like this. They're so cool. Watching the things just, you know, unfold and seeing all the little bits and parts work. God, it's so cool. Stuff like that's just too cool. I love looking at this sort of stuff. When you absolutely, positively have to kill every last drone in the room. When the thing in front of you simply must die. I would love to see this remastered. And I love how immediately you're like, this is how you open doors. Damn it, I hate this. This also sometimes happens where the game has very weird hit detection sometimes. Hey Dark, how are you? And look, the main thing that you need is grenades. Love it. This is actually one of the most staple weapons in this entire game is grenades. I use that one cluster grenade to open a door. That's probably the most use I've ever gotten out of a cluster grenade. Damn it. I like the shockwave and the rumble. I think this is the start of the worlds where you can't get all the tribals in one run. I think. Because I think you need a jetpack to get the last few in this one. Getting upgrades. I love getting upgrades. So good. And then you're like, that's it? That can't be it for this level. What's going on? And you're like, whoa, what's this? Trap door? How do I get past a trap door? And you're like, new area, complete area. What? This is a full area? Yep, see? So, man, there's 7 remaining? What's going on? I'm trying to remember if it's worth going through the bridge area or just swimming through. Because I know you can't get to everywhere without the jetpack, but I think you also don't need anything up there. Zombies. Where you going, Zombo? The splatter. Love the splatter. So you can go in that mess, or if you want to, you can be very slow and methodical and just snipe them. Take pot shots, because they're not going to come after you. Okay. I did not... Okay. Trying to think like, wait, how did I organize my shortcuts again? That's right, these guys will Swiss cheese you, I forgot about that. They're very accurate and very powerful. So it shows you, hey, you know what? You need to strafe an attack. You think just standing around is going to get things killed? Yeah, it will, if you also want to die. Different enemy patterns. I like that. Love it. And they'll also ambush you coming out of the ground like that. Hold on. Why are my weapons so weird? I love so many rare games. Because I really loved Banjo-Kazooie. I tolerated Banjo-Tooie. I actually had a lot of fun with Nuts and Bolts. People give that game a lot of crap. I went in just wanting to play a fun game, and I got a fun game. I never went in thinking it was going to be Banjo 3, because the game wasn't called Banjo 3. But it was just a vehicle-based adventure game, and I had a ton of fun. I love Diddy Kong Racing. I love Perfect Dark. I love Jet Force Gemini. I had more fun than I thought I would with Viva Pinata. I ignored that game for so long, and somebody's like, just try it. And I played it, ended up loving it. Played the heck out of that game. I do love, of course, GoldenEye 007. I don't love that game, but I really liked it. Let's see. Donkey Kong 64. Had a lot of fun, but very tedious. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Tons of fun. Very wonky controls, though. Gosh. I would probably still have to say Jet Force Gemini is my favorite among them. If I could pick just one rare game to have and all the rest of them have to go, I would pick Jet Force Gemini. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought my shortcuts were like that. So how come when I press this, it doesn't go to Plasma Shotgun? It goes to Cluster Bomb. I know I passed the Zombo. Where is that Zambo? Where'd you go, Zambo? That's weird. Where'd he go? I know I missed him. I saw him walking around here. But yeah, you tell me. What's your favorite rare game? Yeah, it's so weird. It's going up and down the roster, but it's not... Oh, I mean, there's a Zambo. But it's not doing the picks automatically. That's so weird. See, these guys would murder you immediately. Spray and pray, baby. Click, clack, click, clack. Love a satisfying snapping of ammo. So one thing that you notice is, compared to the divvying environment, I love how they're coming out of the water, by the way. And also, these aren't Zambos anymore. These are just red ants now. So you're like, whoa, these guys are alive. But you notice the theming. There's verticality in the Anubis. There's sprawling, hidden side paths in Goldwood Forest. Toffred over here has wide open areas, a lot of open ground, not very safe. You feel exposed at all times. Sometimes it's best just to let the firing from the hip do its thing. You may have missed it just then, but that was friendly fire. That guy was trying to shoot at me and actually shot his friend. That very rarely happens. That's kind of cool, but it can happen because this game is awesome. I'm going for the headshot specifically, by the way, if you haven't already noticed. We're swimming around, you see that highlighted area down there, you're like, what the? But I can't go underwater. Game's like, yeah, I know. That sounds like a you problem. What's interesting too about this game is that you never upgrade your weapons, you know? It kind of reminds me of Doom. All the weapons are there to do damage. They just do damage in different ways. That reflect different playstyles. Also, you can't shoot through water. Where do you think you're going, buddy? Get out of here. This game, you're right. I love the pacing of this game. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It stresses the points it wants to stress, but doesn't stress it too far. You're like, I gained a pair of pants. What? Jumping in this game is garbage, but I think there was a totem pole at the top of that tree. It's been a while. Oh yes, of course, the classic Donkey Kong countries. Okay, so one of my favorite platformers of all time that I consider playing for the stream, but I don't have a good way of playing it unless it's through a ROM, is Donkey Kong Country 2. Donkey Kong Country 2, in my opinion, is one of the best platformers ever made. You're like, a door, but a door I can't open. What? Can't open this door? What do you mean Gino can't open this door? The old N64 platforming styles. That's Skybox. This thing's so funny. You only use this thing, the flare, in like this particular room. Or like, it's too freaking dark. And you literally use this thing like once in this area right here. You never need to use this like ever again. Only because it's too flipping dark. I'm like, what a weird thing. Oh, I don't have the thing that I need. Alright. Oh, that's right. I think I need to get this guy first. So you come across this guy. And again, you're like, what the heck is up with these coins? They have Mizar's emblem on it. What are these Mizar coins? Also, just full everything. Thank you. And you can tell by the way this guy talks, Gimlet, that he's very much like out of the 70s. I'm not sure if you can throw flares on enemies. No, on enemies you can. You definitely can throw a flare on an enemy. I know I've tried that. I don't think it does anything, but yes. I remember the first time I read his dialogue, and I'm like, what the heck does it mean to be pear-shaped? He's like, everything's all pear-shaped, man. It's like, I can get by the context it means bad. But, alright. I love this. So many games mess up this simple thing. I hate it when a game doesn't let you... You see a collectible, you know it's a collectible, the game doesn't let you collect it until the quest that needs it activates. No, Force Gemini is like, F that. You see those pants? You pick up those pants. You come across the guy later, hey, I lost my pants. You mean these pants? Yes, as a matter of fact, those pants. There you go, crowbar. That's right, I needed the crowbar. And you're like, oh, the crowbar opens the trap doors, like the one I couldn't get to before. You're like, robot component? What the? I'm trying to remember how I get up the roof of this building. Speaking of an enemy, I guess... Yeah, see? Threw an enemy on the flare. Alright, open the chest, Juno. Come on. Thank you. Huh. Am I too low, or is the game too low? Oh, you get the sniper rifle this early? Again, this is another completely optional weapon. There's so many optional weapons in this game. So I'm too low, or the game is too low, or both are too low? Okay, I'm gonna boost the game. I'm gonna boost me. Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let me know how the balance sounds. Everyone else agree? Sound good? Good balance? So the game is still too quiet. Is that... I'm gonna shoot the game, or shoot the gun. Is it still too loud? Still good balance? Actually, couldn't think of it. I haven't set up sound options in here, have I? Music's at max. That's right. Games where you can drop down the chimney. And I love this because you drop down the chimney, you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to fall into the church. Nope, you fall into an entirely different subterranean sewer area. This game has a sewer level. That's also part of another level. I also didn't realize for the longest time that you can blow up these coffins. Okay, so there's a second time you have to ever crouch, and it's this time. You otherwise never have to crouch. And you're like, what is this thing? Why can't I? What is this thing? There's ammo, there's a gun I don't have. And that's a good signal, is that it shows you, hey, there's something you can upgrade, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You just have to find that there's something else you can upgrade. You're like, what is that sparkly thing? And there's a bear. How do I get over there? I love it. Remember, I love environment destruction. I did not have much of a Thanksgiving. I had a Friendsgiving that I hung out with friends on Monday. Because Monday was the only time I really had off because I worked for the rest of the week. In fact, tomorrow is the last day of Black Friday, finally, thank God. And then I finally have a day off. Oh, remote mines. I forgot about those. Good lord. I wonder if that's the upgrade I missed. And it was a potluck. I cooked a honey-baked ham. I didn't buy a honey-baked ham. I bought a ham from a store and then, you know, prepared it, seasoned it, glazed it, and baked it. Everyone acts like that's such a big deal. It's not. You don't have to spend like $100 for a honey-baked ham. It's so easy to make. Nope, that wasn't the weapon. That might be homing rockets, but we'll see. And then, like, not all these things are secrets. So it's like, haha, you think they're all secrets? Well, idiot. Nope. You're like, oh, this is where it spits out. But you're like, but wait, there's more down there. What? How do I get there? There we go. And now you're like, whoa, this door just opened up. And hey, look, I'm back in the sewers. This must be the next area. Sound design in this game is so good. And you're like, hey, there's that. It's the thing I saw earlier. And if you came from the opposite side with the crowbar, you're like, what? There's a whole area full of things? How do I get there? Promoting exploration. I love it. They're like, what am I collecting all these robot parts for? What am I doing with these things? And granted, you probably would have come across this earlier if you're just exploring naturally. I'm just saving it for last because I know it's the last thing to do. You're like, what the heck is this guy? Floyd. How many games these days would show you an execution firing range? That's not an M for mature title. I mean, this game pushed boundaries. And here's what's cool about Floyd. If I had a second controller in here, Floyd unlocks the co-op in this game. A second person can control Floyd. I'm trying to remember, how do I talk to Floyd? Here we go. It's so unnecessary, but I like how it gets a reassembly sequence. It's like, okay. And now, Floyd is always around you. If you're playing single player, he acts as a threat detector, so he'll flash when enemies are nearby. But if you have another person, the other person literally controls him as a shoulder-mounted turret. So you always have like an extra pair of like guns on you at all times, and it's so cool. I'm like, what other games do that? Like, built-in co-op. First of all, co-op is so rare these days. And co-op that isn't just having a second character. Co-op that is literally the partner character to the main character. You're literally like a gunner position at all points. It's so cool. I love that this game does that. I'm pretty sure we can't get all the bears in this level because we need the jetpack. Well, actually, hold on. Let me make sure I can't get all the bears here. And hey, this game lets you backtrack. Why not? When I say I love almost all the tracks in this game, this is the one planet I don't really, because it's trying to be morose. You know, it's trying to be very macabre. Like a zombie planet would be. But I feel it's still trying to be a little too lighthearted for it. So, I don't know, it's not my favorite track. Yeah, Breath of the Wild does let you backtrack, doesn't it? Oh, there's that last little Zambo. See, he chirps at you. I love that. One thing that's cool is that if you kill the zombie with a headshot, it gives you 5 health back. But if you just kill it, it just gives you 1 health back. Very cool. I never said the backtracking was interesting. There's no fast travel in this game. Okay, here we go. I've always hated these things because they're so fast. There we go. They only take like 1 or 2 shots, but man, they are feisty. Oh, there are some troubles up here. Man, I actually almost would have missed out on 100% over here. If I was just a little bit impatient. Well, good thing I went backtracked. I doubted myself. I love just casually going through this game. One thing this game has going for it is it has pretty substantial amount of backtracking to it, as you probably noticed with the fact that there are areas you have to revisit with other characters. Oh, I missed another Zambo. You know, I thought about playing Ocarina of Time or Master Quest Ocarina of Time. I love Master Quest Ocarina of Time because it's Ocarina of Time with a bite to it. I like that. Until, like, Zelda 2, Zelda 1, I can't remember if it's Oracle of Ages or Oracle of Seasons. One of them is definitely challenging, more challenging than the other. And Breath of the Wild, I like my Zelda games to have a little bit of bite to them, you know? Not too many of them do. Right when you begin this part, you are immediately, like, losing so much health. You're like, holy shit. Ah! I forgot this game just, like, throws you out and tries murdering you immediately. Why are my shortcuts not working? Hold on. See? Dead. Damn. Already killed. Why is my quick select not working? What the hell? It's kind of annoying that the quick select wasn't working. I guess what I could have done is I could have gotten closer here so the big guys couldn't shell me, and then pick off the enemies from a blind spot. Get out of here. Yeah, first death, record it. This game does not play around. The drawbridge drops. I love that. This game is not afraid to kill you. It demands your respect. Tight alleyways. I like getting a lot of work done with the pistol, as you probably noticed. Splatter, I love it. Blew that grenade up in his hand. I love it. I love when they let me do that. Sometimes they'll throw up a fake surrender, and when you took your gun off them, it'll throw a grenade at you. Exploit. Was Ages harder than Seasons? I remember one of them had way tougher combat and like really difficult dungeons. And I'm trying to remember which one that was compared to the other, that is. One was more combat focused, the other was what's more, I want to say, not exploration focused, but focused more on, solving dungeons versus just straight up combat. I'm gonna try to get to the first boss, and then we'll call it a night. Like I said, I've done way more talking in this game than I normally would on a straight playthrough. Because I want everyone to understand why I love this game so much. Also, these games now introduce shields. You got shields now. You're like, what the hell? Busted out my shields. What can I use against these guys? Explosives. Gotta remember to go to contact shots. These things explode on contact. I did not mean to use the, saving ammo here. Branching paths. I think I always took this path. Wait. I'm an idiot. I just realized what I'm doing I'm doing things the hard way. I just realized all these things that I'm passing by, I'm missing the homing missiles. At this point of the game, I should have the homing missiles, and I don't. I'm like, what? Oh, I didn't go back and get the alternate exit. I didn't do the alternate exit in Anubis to go get the homing missiles. Because there's 3 exits in Anubis, and depending on which one you exit, it goes to a different planet. I'm doing things the hard way. I'm so dumb. Doing things so hard. I can't believe I'm so dumb. Because I'm gonna have to go through here again. Because I realized, wait a minute, all these are upgrades for the homing missiles, and I did get the homing missiles. I knew it. Ah, so dumb. So dumb. That's okay. I'm gonna beat this boss without him. This is gonna be a little bit more challenging. Shit. I don't understand why my quick select is not working. I am very close to death. Oops. I gotta get used to this camera. Yep, got me. Got me. Oh, good. No continues. Oof. I could face a game over before I even finish at the boss. That's rough. Alright, since I'm gonna come here a second time, I'm not gonna worry about getting all of them right now. I really wish. Alright, game. It seems the only one that works is the, These guys are so fast! Also, man, I remember C-sticks, C buttons being a lot more reliable than the way this game is doing it. Alright, alright. Forgot how hard this damn game can be. Oh shit, I brought myself my own blood to blow up. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if the sniper rifle pierces. But I'm trying to... I don't understand. I hotkeyed my guns. And my guns are not being hotkeyed. See, look. Hotkey. 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 And... hotkey. That's my preferred setup right now. And it's... okay, something's weird. Something's very weird. Because up and down are going to the proper hotkeys, but left and right don't. Can I only hotkey up and down in this port? Oh, that would really suck if that's the case. This mother effer right here. Oh, this is one of those life force doors, damn it. Okay, alright. Shot it in midair. How'd you like them apples? Oh, hey, life up. I'm gonna need that. There we go. I'm missing one bear. There you are. Well, that wasn't so bad. Because I remember this boss is way easier with the homing missiles. And I'm gonna go at this thing now with no homing missiles. And one life. Oof. Alright, if I can only hotkey up and down then. It's more of a priority to get machine gun on top. Yeah, because up and down work. But left and right only go up and down the queue. Alright, let's see what I can do. First boss. And like a proper boss reveal, it's deliberate, slow, intimidating. Character tries the logical thing, tries to run. Holy crap. Can't escape. Now I have to fight this thing. This thing is effing massive. Holy crap. And it's between me and the only other door in this room. You may have noticed that you don't get ammo replenishments during boss fights. You just gotta deal with it. First try, baby. Still got it. Also, essential for boss deaths. They need to be... I don't want to say gruesome, but you feel that kill. You feel the kill here. Didn't even need the homing missiles. Although the homing missiles would have made that a lot easier. I know I made that look easy, but man, love the boss fights in this game. They can wreck your world. So I'll explain what I was doing. So every time his little tusk twinkled, it showed what the vulnerable spot was. And it also showed, like, what he was summoning. If I didn't kill those bats the moment he summoned them, which I knew where they were spawned because it's always where the twinkling one is, then they would have immediately just tore through my health bar like Swiss cheese. And of course, I knew the timing of the jumps for the boss as well when he did his little ground pound thing. And there we go, that's the first boss. Force Gemini. So, here's the cool thing. without telling you, the game says, hey, you can, you know, go through the campaign as we intend, or you can stop and go back to any planet. The moment I realized you could go back to your planet at any given time and backtrack, that was what was cool. There's so many secret areas and secret worlds in this game. I love it. In fact, we have a little bit more time in the stream. I can immediately... I realized I actually just could have left. Never mind. I forgot you can just level jump out of anywhere. So here's what's cool. Now that we saved the bears in this area, we don't have to worry about saving them again. They'll still reappear, but I can just ignore them. And if they die, great. Who cares? That's a them problem. Also, your health doesn't regenerate. What the hell do you need regenerating health for? Get out of here with that. Your ammo doesn't regenerate on each world? Deal with it. See, look, one of them's already dead. Oh well, sucks, but not my high score. Don't care. Blew himself up with his own grenade. And honestly, I'm just gonna keep ignoring all these dudes. Oh crap, I can't. Damn it, lifelock doors. I love the skid for when you change your direction. So good. The momentum in this game is smart. I do think it's funny how, for as much as I love the context in this game, it's kind of weird to have a door that doesn't unlock in your own ship unless you're, you know, unless everybody's dead. It's like, what? All these dead bears. Waiting for this little thing is the roughest part. I need to basically get back up to there. Actually, I could be wrong. This could just be to where you get the earplugs. And Vela is the only person who can unlock the extra world that has the homing missile. It's a lot easier when I don't give a crap about anything in this room. And that's what's cool about this game. It gives you the freedom to not give a crap. Because you can zip through these rooms pretty fast if you just don't give a damn. I love it. Oh, crap! Alright, well that was me not giving a crap about watching where I was going. Derp. I forgot. I forgot. Now we're gonna be careful. Also, I like listening to the music of this world, so... World, I say, ship. It's not really world, you know, it's a ship. And what I like about the ship is that it has an understandable design for why, you know, it's different sections and compartments. It doesn't feel like a game first, then a ship. It feels like a ship first that you're just happen to be going through in a game. I like that. It's an organic feeling level. I think this only unlocks the earplugs. Well, I need to unlock that stuff anyway. Well, Ninja, if I'm not mistaken, I know about that other hidden level, but you can't get there until you have the jetpack. I remember it took me forever at first when I played this game years ago. I'm like, how do I get down here? I'm like, oh, there's a crouch button. Oh, okay. You never use it. Okay, so yeah, this is only for the earplugs. Well, I mean, since we're here, we might as well get the earplugs. Alright, I remember these levels being super jank. The Floyd flying sections. Collect 4 circuit boards. Because I remember the hit detection being so jank. So jank. I remember you have to unlock a shortcut here to get a guaranteed low time. And I'm trying to remember how you do that. Alright. Whoa, inverted controls. I do not like. Hold on. Abort. I do not like inverted controls. Can I change that? I don't want to invert my aim. Oh, quick equip is only up and down now. They got rid of the other one. Oh, damn it. Okay. That sucks. A little bit. Okay. Okay, well I can't adjust voice, so I just have to deal with it. I do not like inverted flight controls. I do not. I know it's more natural. I still don't like it. Oops. I already missed that one. So many retries. Trying to fly this is so rough. At least you can jump right in. As much as I love this game, I forgot. I need to stop telling my brain to fly the way I think I want to fly. Oh my god, I can't fly. I can't fly. I can't fly. Darn it! Up is down and down is up. I need to stop that. This is gonna be the most embarrassing part of the playthrough, is having me try to force myself to think inverted controls now. I got the second one. I missed the third one, damn it. You have to get all of them in like one shot. If you don't, you're better off restarting. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it, stop it. Stop it. Oh my god, I hate this so much. I hate the inverted controls. I think you have to destroy that generator to open up the shortcut. Alright, so we're gonna get that last part. This is just for research. Oh wait, there are multiple ones of these. Okay, I'm sorry, I thought there were just 4. So I can miss those 4. Christ, I hate this. I hate these controls so much. I cannot aim! Oh my god, I hate these inverted controls so much. And this was the shortcut. If I could effing get it right. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Ragnarok. I appreciate you. You get a participation award. Alright. We're gonna give us a few more tries and then we're calling it a night. Oh, fuck those up. Alright, well, we're getting better. We got silver that time. I know we have to... I think we have to break, like, what, 55 seconds, I think? How did I not touch that? Oh my gosh. This game. Like, stop banging into every damn thing. I just need to get the shooting down. I think we have to get everything down, like bumping into every possible wall the entire way. Jesus Christ. Alright, 104, 103. We're getting here. We're getting better. Invert the normal controls. Let's try that. If we invert normal controls, will that invert the whole thing? Let's try that. Well, let's just invert aim. Let's see if that does work, though. Watch it do nothing. Oh, actually, no, that did invert the flight controls. How about that? Well, now I'm just missing everything, but I feel a lot better now. Oh, I'm just missing all of them. Taking way too much time to shoot those, and I know I'm not gonna get it. But I feel better about this flying already. Actually, alright. shit. This part always F's me up. Why can't I not aim properly? Come on, Floyd, damn it. I'm not getting bronzes now. I don't get that. I like how it tells you... Oh wait, collect all 8 circuit board components. Oh my god, you have to get all of them? Wait, do you have to get all of them to get the... I thought you would just beat a certain time to get earplugs. Hold on. We're researching this real fast. Alright, so you do need all 8. You need all 8 panels. And so basically you have to have a perfect flight run. Well, Jesus Christ, I don't have that by a long shot. Alright, we'll give this a few more tries and then we're going to call it a day. Because I still have to get up in the morning and finish a Black Friday week. Well, watch that. This is... As much as I love this game, I do not love this part. I never liked the jank controls of the Floyd missions. Damn, I missed it by 0.85. Oh, I was so close. So close. 0.85. Ah. Okay, you know, we're almost there. I can do this. I missed it by 0.85. I just need to tighten up the shooting. Oh, damn, missed. It's so hard to tell, like, what the hit detection is on this. Sometimes you're too close to hitting the walls. which slows you down. Sometimes you're not close enough to hit these damn chips. I'm already not gonna make it. I already spent too much time there. This is all practice, though. Just practice. Just practice. It's just practice. Practice, practice, practice. Damn it. Damn it. What? Alright, we'll botch that. Alright, that's... I'm already taking way too much time. Scrapping past all that. Oh, why am I missing that? Come on. I'm like right there. I could touch it. But the game doesn't want to touch it. That was better. That was better. Oh no! I was having such a good run there. That was a good run. Oh, why? Ugh, I swear. I'm getting this, damn it. I will get this. I will get these earplugs. You kind of have to get the earplugs, though. That's, like, not even an optional thing in this game. Oops. Jabbing. Catch me jabbing. Oops, why did I stop so fast? I botched the run already. Yep, botched the run. Why is that one so hard? Okay. Okay, game. And this is supposed to be like the easy one. Because there are harder ones, but I always think this one's like the toughest one to do, honestly. I think because you're learning the controls. And Floyd controls like shit. I'm shooting. Ah, this thing, I swear. Aiming in this game is shit for Floyd. Alright, this is a botched run, I can tell already. Oh, damn it! Faster, 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 faster. Oh, I just missed it. I just missed it again. Ah. It's if the aiming is overly sensitive while the flying is overly dull. It's a weird sensation of overcorrecting constantly. Because you use the aiming, but also is the steering. But the aiming is way too sensitive, and the steering is way too sluggish. Okay. And of course you have weird hit detection like that, where it's like you feel that you hit it, even just caught a corner of it, and the game's like, nope. This could be it, this could be it, this could be it. This could be it, this could be it. Yes! Alright, we did it. Earplugs. Damn, I hate... That's the one part I don't like about this game. Is that... Alright, the cool part is once you get the earplugs, I think you can just save and leave the world. I think you can do that. I don't know why I went back to Toffret. I really don't need to. But anyway, this is a small sample of Force Gemini, a game I love that's near and dear to my heart. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But even despite its frustrating parts, I still love it. Actually, kind of think of it. I think there's one thing I didn't do in my other file. Yeah, there's one achievement I didn't unlock, which is weird. And I realize now which one it is. I don't think I ever did the Toffret one. Or not Toffret. Yeah, Toffret, maybe. Alright, so there's a little bit of cheating, but we're gonna go back to this first game file, which has everything unlocked. You see full armor Juno here. Look at all these spoilers for all later, but we'll get there later. I forgot you can't skip these intro scenes. Dark, let me tell you what. Every single year, Black Friday's always a surprising event. It's never the same thing every year. Every year I always think I cover the mistakes of last year, and I do. And then it opens me up to making all new mistakes for this year. Let me tell you what. Actually, I wonder, does this go back? Which core does this go to? Yeah, I don't want to go back here. I guess I have to go back to this first area. That's right, the stupid inverted controls. I hate how the flight controls are automatically inverted, so I need to invert the inverted controls to fly normally, and then turn it back off so I can gun normally. Alright, that was a stupid game. Why you gotta be like that? Oh, did I not get the life force on this one? I still love this music. There we go. Okay. Alright, I think this is the last... I think this is the only thing I didn't do on my first one. Because I was like, it said I'm missing one Floyd mission. I'm like, I don't remember which one that is. And then on my second playthrough, I go through here. I'm like, oh, I don't think I did this on my first playthrough. I think this is the missing one I've been looking for. I definitely do this one. think I just need to complete a level, and it counts. Game. I guess that wasn't the final one. Alright. Well, I thought I found the last... I don't know why it says I'm missing one of the Floyd missions. Which Floyd mission am I missing? I thought it was Goldwood, but I guess it wasn't. I thought it was this one, but I guess I'm missing that one thing. Alright. Anyway. I just want to play a little bit of Force Gemini. It is still one of my favorite games. I hope that by listening at the beginning, you kind of understand where my thought process is, why I feel so strongly for this game, and why it's so near and dear to my heart. There's actually another story to it, but I'll leave that for another time. I actually am going to stop right here because I need to get up in a few hours and go to work. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you joining me. We're going to continue playing this game for a little bit, and I'll see you on the next battlefield. Thanks for watching.